Jane Wogan and this is the SheerLuxe Show. Coming up on today's show are chats with the team, Style Watch with Polly and Charlotte, a new season makeover, vintage shopping and lots more. But first I am chatting with Sherri, Trisha and Lou, who made the fabulous announcement that you're with child.
Oh, yes, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
You're glowing.
Oh, I don't feel like I
beautiful.
am. I feel like everyone's told me about this pregnancy glow you're going to get, and I have not got it.
Oh, I mean,
no, you have. Your skin looks amazing.
Yeah. That's
And your
just
hair.
as feel like guys.
How do you find your hair has grown? Like you've always had long hair, but it looks so thin.
Yeah, it's quite thick. I remember I went to the hairdressers a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "You've got loads of extra baby hair growing here," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm pregnant."
And hopefully, I know people say that when you have the baby that you lose it, but I don't think you do. I don't.
Yeah, everyone said that it falls out.
I'm going through it at the minute.
Oh,
But
you are?
I have to say, I've started taking vitamins and I honestly feel like it's just turned it around really quickly.
Oh.
What did you?
But
what
also,
are you taking?
the JS Health Hair and Energy, is it?
Okay.
But I do think as well, like I, like you, had so much extra hair. And I feel like all I'm losing is like I don't think
The
I've
extra
lost.
bits.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's less than it was before. It's just what was extra.
Yeah, I guess you get so used to it.
Yeah, that's
now,
good to
I'm
know.
sure with how the hormones been and
Yeah, up and down, up and down. I mean, you're an emotional roller coaster.
I don't know if that stops though.
I know.
I'm still so emotional.
At the very beginning, I remember I was on a plane and I was watching a film and I was absolutely hysterical. I think it was obviously something to do with like the altitude and the emotions, but I was just crying all the time. It's calmed down now.
I think actually you're right. I know that after I had my first baby, I instantly cry so easily at commercials and when I'm reading in a book. So maybe, I don't know if it maybe gives you feel more empathy towards anything to do with children.
I'm
but
quite a crier anyway.
Yeah.
Me too. So it's a lot now.
Yeah.
So I
The
know
other day I just cried at the monitor while she was asleep. So I love it so much.
But speaking of crying, because there's been so much chat this week, so I know it's very women cry openly all the time. And there was some chat this week about Roger Federer and Nadal, that they did have that moment where they were both visibly upset. I thought it was lovely, and I thought it was so nice for them to be open with that they were upset. I mean, they were emotional.
Oh, I just think it felt so real. Like, obviously, it's a huge thing that Federer is retiring. What an absolute legend.
Oh,
yeah.
But to see them both, the mutual respect that they had for each other, how much they spurred him on, what it means to both of them for, you know, Federer ending. And it was a bit awkward that the rest of the team, like, weren't really that emotional about it. But those guys were in this bromance when they touched hands.
And it was like
so
so
sweet.
raw. I feel like, especially in like sports and stuff, it can be a bit like macho. You know what I mean? Like they're
You
all
don't
quite
see it
stoic,
often,
and it
no.
was like they weren't just crying; they like properly broke down.
Yeah, because you only really see them cry if they like win like a Grand Slam or it's like a real momentous occasion. Obviously this was, but it was so nice to see it as like a celebration and honestly when they were holding hands, it was so nice.
I needed a second take at that one. I thought, are they holding hands?
Yeah.
But then I thought, you know, I think because they were always competitors, but very respectful of each other.
Yeah.
But now Federer's gone, he's kind of passed the baton to Nadal.
Yeah.
And so Nadal's sort of like the top dog. I know he's not always #1 seed, but he's always the one you want to beat, where it was always Federer.
And he's like that. I think he's also just such a good sportsman. Like that's the thing about Federer for me is that he's just such a gentleman, and I just think it's
it's more than just the
I mean, you have some other players around, I think, that are not so.
Less so. Yes.
So it's nice to have.
So we feel that, as I said, I have no problem with men crying. So
I loved it.
Our general consensus is what's the big
we
deal.
need to see more. We need to see more, especially in like high-profile sportsmen. It has to happen, and what a lovely celebration for it to happen with.
Absolutely.
And when he spoke about his wife as well and the support that she'd given him and the fact that he had both of his twins there, I still just think that's the cutest thing ever.
That, you know, it is important that they thank the people that are behind them.
Their families,
Yeah, because they sacrifice
Long journey.
a lot. Anyway, thank you all. We will be back shortly, but first let's tune into a Style Watch segment with Charlotte and Polly.
Hi, I'm Celia Burton and I'm a makeup artist, and I'm here today to create an autumnal makeup look using some of my favourite Glossier products and showing you their 3 new Generation G lipstick shades. We've got Punch, which is a rosy red, the Fuzz, which is a rosy taupe, And Malt is a cinnamon brown. It's almost like a sort of waxy texture, and that means that you can build the colour. So for my autumnal makeup look, I'm going to base it around a lip, and in autumn I tend to be drawn to more rich, warm, sort of neutral tones as opposed to big pops of colour. So I'm going to give my face a little bit of a zhuzh just before I put some lipstick on, and Future Zhuzh is my favourite way just to refresh the skin. I just control how much I'm going to use with 2 fingers. And then I just pat it right into the top of my cheekbone, just where I want that nice reflective skin. So now I'm going to put a little bit of boy brow on, and I always like to carry a clear and a coloured with me. I use the brown shade, and I'm going to go into my arch with the brown one, just to lift it. And then I use the clear to stand the front bit of my eyebrow on its legs, just to get that nice like laminated finish. I like to just press it onto the skin, just in that front bit. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of mascara on, just super, super natural, trusty cloud paint. With dusk, I like to apply it quite high on the cheekbone and sort of right underneath the edge of the eye. And then with haze, which is the brighter, poppier blush, I apply it right in the center of the apple of the cheek. Because Gen G is such a buildable formula, it starts off very sheer and you work your way to a shade that you're comfortable with. I'm gonna mix 2 of these new shades, Punch and Fuzz. Punch is a rosy red, so I'm gonna start with that as like a foundation and then add a little bit of fuzz in, just to sort of bring the tone down a little bit and add some rich taupe in there. I think that's nice, the mix of the 2 shades. Feels sort of like a autumnal version of a red lip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
I'm joined by Polly now to have a little bit of a fashion catch-up. We're going to talk about favourite new products, favourite things we've seen on Instagram. So should we go straight in?
Yeah, shall we?
Let's. Thought we'd discuss best dressed celebs of the week.
So mine is actually a man. It's Dan Levy, who is a bit of an icon all round at all times. I'm so glad that the way he dresses outside of Schitt's Creek is just as good. I just think he looks absolutely amazing in this kind of long green, like trench, I guess it is, with like bird print all over it, which sounds super weird, but it's really great. Cool. And I like, although it's like menswear, I would wear that. Like green trench, jeans, Dr. Martens. The glasses, I think, are a real touch.
Well, he was leaving the SS Dooley shoot, which was obviously his exactly I wear exactly that.
But very inspired choice. How about you?
Mine is Zendaya in the new Valentino campaign, which is just so incredible. It's this like kind of abstract hot pink world that they've created for this season. And first of all, I love how refreshing that colour palette is. Like it's so not what you'd expect for this time of year. I'm here for all the kind of the Barbie pink and Zendaya.
Barbie core, or whatever it's
Barbie
called,
core,
right?
Exactly. I mean, they have like done their bit for the Barbie core cause. And she just looks so incredible. So
yeah, she does look amazing.
Okay, most stylish Instagram of the week. Who has caught your eye on Insta?
So NL Marilyn is my most stylish Instagram of the week. I saw her in this outfit, which is like knee-high boots, some leggings, and this boxy crop white jacket. I mean, she always nails it, but I remember just seeing this as I was scrolling through my feed, and I was just like, yes, what a serve. Really vibing a knee-high boot right now, and I'm looking constantly for a bit of inspo, and that was like, yes, I think I could make that work with my own wardrobe. How about you?
Mine is Jen Wonders, who I just like am perennially obsessed with. Like she just, I love that she's just got such a clear sense of her own style. She's a French girl living in LA, and I feel like that kind of merges really well. So this is the kind, it's quite an out there outfit. It's not for everybody, but she's got these incredible bright trousers, this incredible jeweled kind of sweatshirt jumper over a shirt. Like it's not necessarily that I want to recreate that exact look. I just love how much she embraces her own style. Yeah. It's just so fun, and it's
totally. And I think it's quite nice and a bit of a breath of fresh air sometimes just to see people on your Instagram, not necessarily that you want to immediately copy things, but just inspiring in their like daring choices.
100%. All right, fashion follow of the week.
So like that's kind of going on from what I just said, but Salma Cassie is my follow of the week because she's quite colourful and out there, and again, maybe not necessarily someone that I would replicate outfits from, because she's basically how I'd like to dress if I was a bit more out there. But just so inspiring, so like unpredictable in a good way. A lot of kind of like sportswear influences. She wears a bit of tailoring, but then doesn't shy away from like feathers and sequins and things like that. She just has like a real, I think she has fun with fashion, and I think that's something that I really want to kind of do more of.
I have two. Did you have two? You have
one. I just have one, but one of yours actually I was going to choose, and I was like, oh damn.
Is it the first one? Goucher.
Yeah,
because I felt like I sent you a picture of her.
I think you did.
Or did you send me? Can't remember. Yeah, a few weeks ago. And I'm leaning into the whole kind of comfy, oversized, slouchy thing. She gets that kind of off-duty so right. So it's kind of the caps and the sweatshirts, but I'm always looking for. I mean, I find weekends quite hard.
Yeah.
So not kind of, I don't want to wear like work clothes, but then, you don't want to always just like be in a tracksuit all the time. And she gets that kind of styling of the tracksuit.
Yes.
So right. Yeah. So she's up there for me. And then also another one, I don't want to say this incorrectly, Nail. I'm so sorry if I said your name completely wrong. But she just popped up on my Discover page this week, and the image was her, and hopefully we'll put it on screen, wearing a leather gilet with like a puff sleeve top and some jeans. And I just thought, again, so chic. She's got really like replicable style. So it's not too out. We've named some kind of out there people, haven't we? And she's quite a little bit more safe, but still really stylish.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that.
Nice to have both camps, isn't there?
You need a bit of everything, exactly. All right, a bit of shopping inspo now. What is your designer piece of the week?
Okay, so I've got two. I've kind of cheated. My first is on my wish list, and it's a pair of Isabel Marant cowboy boots. I'm loving a cowboy boot right now, and this pair, I think I gasped when I first saw them. I was like, I need those boots. They're like black and white. They've got a bit of contrast stitching, and they come up sort of mid-calf length, which is what I think Isabel does that kind of length quite well. But they're just epic.
How would you style them? A lot of people are confused about cowboy boots and how to wear them.
I mean, I think I would wear them. You could wear them with jeans tucked in, but I think you'd go for like a slightly slouchier pair of jeans, not like a skinny pair, so a bit more modern. I've been wearing them with like a mini skirt, a short pair of like leather shorts. You could even go for like a long midi dress as well. I actually think maybe they're easier to style than people think.
Yeah, okay, and?
Oh yes, and this is something I have bought, and it hasn't arrived yet, so we'll maybe reserve judgment until I tried it on, but it's a Frankie Shop mini skirt.
Oh no, this is super cool, because I saw Rachel Ingram wearing this. Did you buy it because she wore it?
I saw her in it first, and I was like, God damn, she looks good in that. And then saw Lucy Williams wearing it on her TikTok, and I was like, God damn, she looks really good in that. So it's like almost like utility inspired. Schoolgirl length, but like is super, super short, which obviously for some people is a bit like, oh, that's a no-no. But for me, I think if I'm going to wear a mini skirt, it has to be mini. Like if it fits here on me, it's just not flattering.
Yeah.
I mean, again, as I said, it's not arrived yet, so we'll see how it looks. It might look terrible on me, but I think it's arriving today, so I'll report back.
Okay. Oh, I'll tell you about mine.
Yeah, please tell me.
Mine is, well, obviously it's a wishlist piece as well, but I so want the Ray sheerling car coat. I mean, like,
it's insane.
It is the most flawless, oversized, cool, slouchy, off-duty coat. Yeah. That's what I have to say about it.
I mean, it's a forever coat. I mean, when I clicked on that link last night, I was like, oh man, that is an insane coat. Maybe you'll have to save your pennies for that.
Yeah. High street piece.
So a pair of cowboy boots. I feel like a broken record, but they are a warehouse pair. They're a knee-high pair. I got them maybe last week, and I just absolutely love them. They've got a bit of like a metal toe cap going on, which I think is a really nice touch just to elevate them a bit. And then my second piece, again, I'm like bending the rules a bit, having more than one. A shirt dress from H&M, which is from their premium range.
Nice.
Isn't it?
So nice. I really liked it, yeah.
Again, has those kind of like utility-inspired pockets, which I think just makes it feel a bit cooler than like a classic shirt dress. Like if I was working in a corporate office, perhaps I would probably buy something like that. But again, with a pair of knee-high boots, would look really cool.
Really chic. Came in black as well.
It did, yeah.
Very nice.
How about you?
I also have two. Sorry. I have a leather skirt from Massimo Dutti, which they do leather and suede and everything so well.
So
sheerling too, and yeah, it's a patent burgundy.
So nice.
I mean, it's so amazing. I feel like we're going to see a lot of midi skirts. in the SheerLuxe office on the. I was going to say, street style, SheerLuxe office everywhere, and this one is so, I mean, it's like really, it's a really cool
exceptional. And actually, Massimo Dutti's like entire new in at the moment. I was like, yes.
So grown up, isn't it? I love it. But I chose another one because that's also is quite expensive for high street, which is funny you should talk about miniskirts, a little mango miniskirt, which is really not my normal kind of vibe, but they have it styled on the website. It's kind of a little frilly Isabel style.
Yeah, cute.
And then they have it styled with an oversized knit with big shoulders and some cowboy, Western inspired boots. And I just thought, you know what, for this transitional time of year, it's a really cool outfit.
Yeah, super
So
cool.
that one gets my vote. Okay, quickly, finally, a new brand to know.
So I came across this brand this week. I think they showed at Fashion Week in London for the first time. It's a brand called Caroline Vito. And I think her tagline is accentuate the curves, celebrate the folds. And it's all about her designs are all about celebrating the female form, basically. And it's a size inclusive brand. So I think it starts at a size 8 up to a size 28. So genuinely inclusive. Kind of that like Nancy Dojaka style, like cutout vibe, very sexy, but like really cool. And the runway show was just really joyous, lots of really gorgeous, voluptuous women, and it made me feel really happy to watch it.
Yeah, damn right, and there's not enough brands like that. So
totally.
good find, well done.
Yeah. How about you?
Mine is a brand called Studio Emilia, which is a Aussie brand, which just do the coolest knitwear. It is, I think the image that's coming on screen is this girl with this really dark red lip and incredible layered cream, sumptuous knits, and it just looks so, just literally everything you want your autumn winter wardrobe to be, just so cozy and heavenly, and Aussies just do fashion so well, don't
they? They really do. I'm excited for cozy jumpers.
I know, me too. Yay. All right, we could literally have this conversation all day. Thanks, Holly. Everything will be linked in the show notes below.
I love that style watch. Always love listening to Polly and Charlotte anyway. And I love that Polly picked Dan Levy as her celeb best dressed.
I'm so obsessed with him.
Oh my God,
he can do no wrong.
Oh my God,
so true.
He's in Sex Education, the new season.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
I know, and isn't that just like the best casting
honestly
ever?
Yeah, I can't get enough of him.
Exciting.
And I love that he's just, we were talking earlier about that. I just want to be his best friend. I just want to hang out with him all the time. He always looks so great. I mean, like that outfit.
Yeah, amazing.
The jacket.
Just so extra. I love it.
I mean, he literally, when I would watch Schitt's Creek, I'm so sad that there's not another season.
I know.
I just loved him on it. He was amazing. So in the style watch, she mentioned Zendaya as well. But Sherry, what did you think?
Oh my goodness, best dressed celeb of the week. I just think she...
in homage.
Yeah, true, in homage. Barbie-core, we love the hot pink. Honestly, anything she wears, I think she just looks stunning.
She always looks incredible.
Yeah, she does, like flawless. So for me, the hot pink's having a moment. Yeah. So yeah. She looked great.
Barbie pink, so I think it was Valentino.
Yeah.
Their whole collection is Barbie pink, which I love it. I love me a bit of pink.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
And I just love the like head to toe. I think it's
so
great.
Agreed, yeah.
So
now,
good.
what about so I know Polly's designer style pick were the Isabel Marant cowboy boots, which are so huge right now.
Yeah, oh my God. So I am after a pair of knee-high flat boots. That's kind of, in my head, that was always going to be my maternity style, like big chunky jumper, leggings, and a flat knee-high riding boot. I've ordered 3 pairs already, and they've all gone back because they're not the right comfort fit. So I'm desperately on the hunt. There's a pair of amazing Kate ones, but they're like over a grand, which is
it's so I don't know about you guys, but I find it really hard when I've got a couple of things like that this season that I want like a specific thing.
Yeah, and you know
and
exactly
it makes
what
it
you
so
want.
hard. So I'm like, why has nobody created the thing that's in my head?
Honestly,
but also I couldn't create it because I'm not a designer.
But I also really want to get a cape, and again, I can't find the perfect cape. And I was thinking, who can I message about trying to get like a bespoke cape made? Because you know, when you just know exactly how you want it to be,
and everything's
so
kind
frustrating.
of got, like, what about 2 of the 3 things that you need it to have?
Yeah,
and
just not quite there. Yeah.
I
feel like that
Ola
about
Johnson, doesn't she do good capes?
I mean, Ola Johnson, amazing. I mean, there are so many amazing ones out there, but like, I've got a real specific.
You've got a
look.
vision.
Exactly, I've got a vision. Watch this space.
and I did think as well, Polly's the warehouse boots were fantastic.
Oh, amazing!
And I think they look amazing. They look designer to me, and
I love the
mango.
The sort of steel. I've got them on their way to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ordered them. I really like them. My only thing with boots sometimes is the like wanting them to not be too like wide on my calf.
That's quite
See, that
hard
doesn't
one.
happen to me.
Yeah, it's more flattering. The wider they are, the more flattering they are.
Yeah, I guess it's then like proportions. I'm really hoping that these warehouse ones just live
Keep
up
us
to how I
updated.
think
So now, of course, we've had nearly 2 weeks of Fashion Week. We had New York, London, now we have Milan. Did I do that right? New York?
Yes.
Favorite shows so far?
For me, it has got to be Bottega. I loved that show. Matteo Blasi, the new creative director, it's kind of his second show, so there's kind of a lot of eyes on it. Bottega's obviously been like the brand of the last couple of seasons. And it just had such an ease. Like I love obviously watching a show where it really transports you to a kind of another world. But I also love seeing really wearable, easy fashion. And that is what this show gave me, to kind of look at it and be like, when you get, obviously we're a season ahead, so they're all spring summer 23 now.
Which always annoys me.
I know, but when you can then get like some style inspo for now, I love that feeling. And Kate Moss bought it. She kind of had what looked like a plaid shirt, and there's lots of denim and leather. And yeah, that was
They are more wearable, I feel, than they've ever been, Bottega.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so amazing. But for me, Paris is always, that's like the moment for me. Like, you've got Isabel, Celine, Saint Laurent. Like, oh yes, I'm really excited to see what comes from them.
SHERRI, what about you?
Well, I actually really loved the rickshaw runway in London, which I thought was so cool, and it was so nice to see so many diverse models in different sizes and shapes, and the backdrop I thought with the tiles was stunning.
And it always looked like so much fun.
So fun. I love it when they start dancing. Whenever they're dancing, I'm like, yes, I love this. So I thought that was a really special one. And something that I thought was, really wearable for now or next season.
Yeah, I love rickshaw. I think they're fantastic. And Trisha?
Back to like wearable and like taking inspo for now, I love the Jill Sander.
Oh my God.
I honestly was like, I'd wear that. I'd wear that. Like
the colour
everything.
palette,
gorgeous.
So chic.
Really, really gorgeous. And the bit like sort of exaggerated shirt collars and I just loved it all. I'm very into a suit at the moment.
Yeah.
Suits are, my favourite was Giorgio Armani. I love it. The same as you, as Jill Sander. I love a suit on a woman.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, right. We will be back with more chat soon. But first, if you are about to mix up your makeup routine for the new season ahead, Adeola is showing us how to nail the 4 trends you need to know on Florence Ayres, SL's junior fashion editor.
Hi everyone, my name is Adeola. I'm a beauty contributor for SheerLuxe, and in today's show I'm going to be showing you 4 looks that you need to try for autumn-winter makeup trends. So the first look we're going to talk about is luminous skin. Now this is a trend that comes by every single year. It never really goes out, but it's very, very important because this is the sort of basis that you're going to create your whole makeup look on. You're going to see that there's going to be a lot of luminous products launching on the market. Something like this one, this is the Skin Nova by V, which I absolutely love, is amazing to give you that really lovely lit from within look. I've got my beautiful model Florence here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to apply this. So really focusing your application on the high points of the cheeks to give you that really beautiful luminous glow. And it's really important that you're using either your fingers or a brush to apply this to give you that very lovely seamless application. So the next trend we're going to talk about is embellishment on the eyes. This was a huge trend that I was seeing all over the catwalk, specifically focusing on metallic eyes. I'm going to use this really beautiful palette from Rowan. Now what I really love about a metallic eye is that it's a real nice take on a glittery, sparkly eye, and you're really focusing on using your more cream-based products. And this is really important because the creams are going to allow you to create a really beautiful, smooth, even application without too much texture. So I'm going to start off with a brush, and I'm going to go in with a shade like this one, and we're going to apply that straight onto Florence's eye. And you're really going to focus on pushing the pigment onto the eye. So layering and building up that color gradually. And you can see how beautifully this is applying onto the eyelid because it has that gorgeous cream texture. Now once you've applied that, you can then go in with a brush and then proceed to blend out any harsh lines so that you get this really beautiful, seamless, even blend to the eye makeup. Now if you want to intensify the pigment even more, using your fingers is one of the best ways to do that. There's a natural warmth in your fingers that allows you to kind of pick up as much pigment as you want. And you're going to go in with this color here. And again, just pressing that onto the eyelid. And you can see here, it's a very lovely application. And because they are cream-based products, it means you're not going to get that fallout that you typically get when you're using any type of glitter or shimmer. Now, I like to go in with a really lovely cream-based pencil or kohl. This is a Victoria Beckham one in a really similar bronze shade. and just focus on really pushing that at the roots of the lashes. And then what I also love is that you've got a smudge on the other end so that you can smoke out that line for a really beautiful, sultry, diffused look. We're going to go in with Lashes of mascara, and this will also help to frame the eyes. So the next trend we're going to look at is terracotta blush, or in other words, sunburnt blush. Now, this is a really beautiful take on blush. I love blush, but obviously a different season calls for a different color. And what you really want to focus on are your sort of reddish, sort of rusty shades. You can either use a cream or a powder depending on your preference. But the whole idea is to really sculpt and define the base. Now I'm going to be using one of these from Chantecaille. It's a cheek jelly, and I love a cream version for this because you're able to kind of build up to the intensity that you want. What I'm actually going to do is apply a little bit of the color onto my hand and then proceed to kind of blend it with a fluffy brush. And then I'm going to go in and apply this just onto the areas to really kind of sculpt and define Florence's beautiful features. Another option that I really love are these bronzers from Bare Minerals. Now what I love about these is they're a bit of a mixture of two products, so it's a blusher and bronzer. This shade is called Kiss of Rose, but I love that you have that sort of peachy terracotta look to it. And again, you can apply this and layer it over a cream if you want to get a bit more intensity from your blush. And then the final look is all about lips. Now, we're gonna be creating a trend which is called the blurred lip. Now, a really beautiful matte lip is something that I love to create for the winter, but it can be a bit of a commitment. So what I love is a blurred lip where you're able to build up the lip color to a desired effect. Now, the way that I like to do this is actually to use a eyeshadow brush and my favorite lip of choice and gradually build up the color that I want to create. So I'm gonna go in with this really beautiful shade from Merit. I'm going to apply this onto my hand first of all, and then taking a brush, we're going to proceed to kind of blend that into the lip. And the beauty of doing this is it means that you're able to create your look using your colour and building up to create that beautiful lip stain. To finish off, I always like to go in with a little bit of lip liner just to finish off the edges and to create a little bit more structure. And you'll also notice that I'm using my fingers just to blend out so that the lines are not too harsh. And here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me taking you through my favorite trends for autumn winter for makeup. Let me know which ones you'll be trying, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, bye.
Welcome back, and thanks Adeola. Didn't Florence look gorgeous? I mean, I don't know about you guys, I don't always change my makeup for the season, but after I watched that with the cream blusher, I did steal my daughter's. And I have it on today, and I think Adeola was correct. I love it. So
yeah,
she's changed me.
I don't change mine much, but I've taken a lot of tips from Adeola.
Yeah, so many good tips. One thing I do is switch like a cleansing, like a rich cleansing balm instead, which is I think a bit more moisturising. Otherwise, I pretty much keep it the same.
Yeah, I think mine is more my skincare than my makeup. Yeah. Much more kind of rich moisturisers and masks, just kind of boosting that hydration as much as possible.
Well, you all have beautiful skin, so it's working. Anyway, coming up next today, Charlotte visited Laura von Behr's vintage shop earlier this week for a try-on, and there are some amazing pics.
If you're making a rubbish sandwich at home, what do you make?
Maybe grated cheese and salad cream. And cucumber, actually.
Filthy, I love it.
Yeah, pretty good. And salad cream. Like proper salad cream. Still got a bit of love for that.
I think a selection of cheeses as well. I did one the other day with both
I mean, but that's fancy.
And
we're taking it up a
no,
notch.
sorry. Butter, smoked salmon, crisps.
Yeah, crisps.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say crisps.
Brown bread.
Yeah, actually, I will specify brown bread. As in sliced brown bread, but like not sliced white, just sliced white bread.
White bread does absolutely nothing for me. I wouldn't eat it.
Bacon sandwiches, though, it does work best.
I do think like a holy bread is quite nice because I love it when you get those pockets of
the mustard or something,
and it's like really...
Oh, yeah, like a big dollop.
Yeah, right, like they kind of get sucked in. I mean, that's pretty good.
Hi,
Hi, my name's Laura. I'm Laura von Behr Vintage and I sell vintage pieces from my studio in Canterbury. So my dad's in antiques, so I've always kind of trawled vintage fairs and markets with him. I've always loved wearing vintage as a teenager. I think it's a really nice way to kind of wear something special and unique. So I really gravitate towards 70s. I love anything romantic, floral. I really focus on lovely sort of cottons, beautiful fabrics. So I'm going to take you through some of my favourite pieces. So starting off, this beautiful early 70s, absolutely stunning, I think would be amazing as a wedding dress, but really I think you could wear this like with boots in the winter with a massive cream jumper. I love this Laura Ashley. I'm really fond of the proper Victoriana waisted styles, but I think these smocks are so easy to wear. They have pockets, the pie crust collar is beautiful and they just fade to perfection. This is a stunning Laura Ashley. I can't get enough of these, they're so pretty. The quality of the crochet is just stunning. Tiny puff sleeve, so easy to wear I think with like denim shorts in the summer. You could even put like a polo underneath for the winter, and that's one of the original Laura Ashley made in Wales. Every Laura Ashley I find now is still really special to me because they're kind of getting harder and harder to find, and each one is so beautiful, especially the early 70s. I love this dress, it's so classic. It's by a label called California, The Look You Love, actually made in England. One of my favourite labels to look out for actually. It's kind of 70s, lovely cotton, beautiful crochet, ditzy print, what more could you want? Earlier ones like this one, that's 20s, like a liquid silk. Again, would be beautiful as a wedding dress, but I think you could wear that with like really nice minimalist shoes. But yeah, this one is again, that's 30s, that one. It's like a little 30s bed jacket, really pretty lining. I think things like this are really good, a good way of like wearing your dresses into the winter. I think nice for layering. Just really easy to wear, really nice quality of wool. I think lots of the fabrics you buy now tend to be mixed. This one, classic prairie, just loved the colours of this. They're really comfy because you can kind of pull them in at the waist. And again, I think these can be dressed up or down with boots or with, you know, something more feminine for a wedding. The print is just so lovely on that one. This one again is a really pretty, it's 70s, but it's kind of doing the antique look. This is an antique Hungarian skirt. I think would be really pretty. Again, with like chunky boots, big sweater. The quality of the linen is so gorgeous and the crochet on the bottom. So this is just a really good, useful piece, I think, for layering over lots of these dresses. It's cotton, it's quilted, it's a classic kind of ditzy print. But yeah, it's just really easy to wear, really good for layering. The 70s, it's handmade. I think this one is probably my favorite piece in the whole studio. If it wasn't so tiny, I would be keeping this one. The smocking is so gorgeous. It's a beautiful kind of cotton muslin fabric, gorgeous like sprig print. And yeah, I love that like vibrant blue of the smocking. I think it really lifts it. So when I'm looking for vintage, for me, my #1 priority is probably fabric. For wearing things every day, I want like lovely cottons, corduroys, wools. So I think if you just have a really good feel of a fabric, you should be able to tell if something feels synthetic or not. I mean, ultimately it's about how it feels on you. I think if you're browsing a market, you really need to be good at scanning. So you need to be able to look at a rail and see kind of quickly what you're drawn to. If you see a colour you like, maybe a sleeve of a jacket, a suede, something like that, there's just far too much to trawl through, especially if it's a huge market or fair, you're going to be overwhelmed. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to come and visit the studio, you can go to my website, all the information's up there.
So I loved that. I feel I don't have the patience for vintage shopping because I think Laura said you need a lot of time to kind of find the right pieces. But I will say my place that if you're going to invest a little bit more money in it is Reese Paris, who I think she trawls houses, you know, estates and finds vintage bags, clothes back in the 70s, but they're like Celine and Hermes and they're, you know, a little bit more money. That's definitely worth a look.
Ooh,
she does the work for you.
That's what I need. I'm not like I either find something that I want and then I can go on like Vestiaire and like, you know, or one of those platforms and like trawl through till I find it. Or I like I don't know if you guys follow Curate and Rotate, but like that where someone else has done all the hard work.
That's so good. I think you want someone else's eye. SheerLuxe is a platform that launched earlier this year by renowned fashion stylist Claire Richardson, and she has got like the best eye ever, and it's all online. She does a couple of pop-ups as well, but you know, amazing Isabel Marant, Celine. There's a like Doen. There's a real range of price points, but you know you're getting something that like a stylist has approved.
Yeah.
And I think that for me, that's much easier than going to a vintage store and kind of having a trawl. Yeah. But you just get so much more satisfaction out of something that's pre-loved, don't you? I just, I've just bought an amazing jumper from there. And yes, she's got some really good bits. So we actually did a piece on the site last week, so you can have a look for the team's picks from LUMINOUS.
It's like, because you think it's no one else has, that it's like it's unique, no one else has it. And,
yeah.
And you're being sustainable.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like extending the life of those products rather than selling
back in the cool new brands as well. Like I've found over the summer there was some really, and I'm excited to see what like autumn winter stuff is on again those Instagrams or platforms or whatever. But I found some like really cool brands that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
It's quite fun. And there's something satisfying, I think, when you're wearing something that's like pre-loved and someone asks you and you're like, sorry, it's one of a kind.
Oh, do you know how annoying that is? Because a friend of mine, literally everything, but it's her job, so everything she wears, it's vintage this, it's vintage that, and you're thinking, okay.
Damn, how do I get that?
Yeah.
That's why I really love vintage, because I think for that, if you're searching for something very, very specific, and you can set up alerts on your phone as well. For example, for your boots or something, you have like a vision in mind. It's really good for finding like vintage brands and also like old high street that you've forgotten about. They're like, oh, I would really love those now. So I really love vintage for that. It's really good.
Old Topshop.
Exactly. Old Topshop.
All right, Depop. Did a lot of Depop stuff. They're selling a lot of vintage. Kate Moss for Topshop. And
I've still got a few of those pieces.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I would get my
I won't throw them out though. Yeah. Right, next up is a little look at a shoot we recently did with Heavenly London, and I'm going to pass the baton over to Lou on this one, who is our fashion and creative director of SheerLuxe.
So this was a super exciting project that we've had for Luxe & Co, which is our kind of creative solutions agency. And we have been working with Heavenly London on a rebrand. We created an amazing new website, a new lookbook for them earlier on in the year. And this is a second campaign that we've done for them. It's a collaboration with influencer Flavia Stutkin, and it is their Art Deco collection, which is so stunning. So the Luxe & Co team put together a creative idea for the shoot, and we shot at Cadogan Hotel, and you're going to get a little sneak peek of how the shoot went.
Perfect.
So we are on a Luxe & Co shoot today with Heavenly London. It was like Flavia, and it's like an Art Deco theme shoot. It's some really fun pieces, like a feather, sequins. Exciting. I'm going to go down now and see the team.
I've scraped myself out of 4 days in bed to be here today because Lou's away. So excuse me if I'm not on my A game. I am wearing, I'm going to get in trouble because I've stolen yet again my husband's Cafe Kitsune t-shirt. A new Anina Bing suit, which I put on for the first time today, which I love. It's really like the perfect oversized suit, not too much, and some Chanel slingbacks. We're just trying to select the looks that Flavia's going to wear, so we need what, 4 or 5? I think, do you put 4 to 5 up in the neck. I mean, no pressure! There's so many clothes. I know, but which are your favourite? Oh my god, those. I nearly bought these. I'm like Cinderella trying to find Flavia's shoes. They are 40. Bloody hell. Okay, so I'd say Amina Mouradi come up small. Oh my god, look. I've been wanting to know what these are like on as well. Yeah, those are very nice. I find them quite Olivia Newton-John in Greece. Yeah. So really we want something that's a blazer, a strapless, maybe a dress, some other interest, maybe 2 blazers. So maybe, I think this neck would look amazing. Yeah.
And what I love is that it's not set in the middle, it's set to the side.
Yeah, it's clever. It's a bit unexpected, that, isn't it? Look. Can you see how it's just set? These are insane. They were so cool. Have you seen these? Yeah. I said to Maddie, I think she should go bigger. Oh, I love these. I remember seeing the sample of this. This for one.
Yeah, so you like that?
Love it.
That's cool, right?
Love it. And then we're going to do this for another.
Super. I'm used to do photos, but you know, on my own terms, in my zone with one person.
With no one watching.
So there is a bit of a public today, but I'm going to try to. So how do you say in English?
I don't know.
Wing it. Exactly.
Wing it.
Voilà, wing it.
Voila, wing it. Wing it. Just for our viewers, we're at number 11 Cadogan, and it's the last portrait the Queen sat for, and it's on loan to the hotel.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Of all the people, that is hilarious.
We've had the paps lined up.
Charlotte, is that Daily Mail?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw that this morning. So she didn't queue up all night, people. Can we just focus on more of her in the shot? Oh, I love that.
That's really nice. It makes you want to go into party season. It's great. I love it.
So I'm working with Vanessa just to make sure that we are getting all the shots that we need. Everything's going to go online on the Heavenly website.
Just working through the jewellery that we're going to use for the next shot. So we've got a new outfit, and we're just going to combine some of the new Art Deco collection with some of the previous collections, just to show how they can be layered together.
We're going for a more smoky eye, for a very smoky eye actually.
For Flavia.
Yeah, which I'm not used to because I generally don't do smoky eye, but we want a bit of drama.
You see the silhouette and you see the jewellery, but it's very much like...
Yeah, I love it.
Woohoo! Look, show me the shoes. Stand there.
That's a good one. I'm keeping the dress.
It's so great when it all comes together. I mean, she looked amazing, the jewellery's incredible, and they are just killing it, and we are thrilled to be part of the process. Bye!
I mean, that jewellery is amazing.
It's insane, isn't it? It's all imitation.
Yeah.
The impact that those pieces have, especially when you layer them so much, like stack your rings, have loads of necklaces. It's just got such a kind of standout look to it, and like perfect going into this time of year where you want something a bit more jazzy. I also love wearing that type of jewellery just with like jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah. But yeah, the collection is amazing. Heavenly, you know, they're doing so well. And yeah, Flavia's eye is amazing.
I was going to say, Flavia is a really good spokesperson for them because she does do a lot of that. She wears like casual pieces and their jewellery, and it makes you want to buy it.
And you want to wear those pieces every day. I think gone are the times where you kind of have to save your like best jewellery, you know, just for party, just wear it all the time. And it was really, really fun. And how amazing is Georgie's and Nina Bing suits?
Oh my gosh, I need that.
Yeah, so cool.
And by the way, the t-shirt, the cafe.
Kitsune stolen from her husband.
T-shirt. Oh, I stole this morning. Yeah, Josie. So funny.
I know, and everything Flavia was wearing as well, like that Kate dress, like
she looked
insane.
Incredible.
The shoes.
No, I do actually. She is someone I do follow on Instagram, and I found her through Heavenly.
Okay.
And you know, she's great, and she's incredibly busy on it. So there's always new content every day, and I love it. And especially Heavenly with the price point is amazing.
Yeah, such a good
and it's
gift.
nice, like you said, because you can like sort of, you know, go a bit over the top with it, which I think looks really cool.
Yeah, and great as gifts for yourselves, gifts for other people. Amazing.
Exactly.
Gifts. Someone buy me one. That's the problem. I don't have any. Anyway, just to say, we know that there has been a lot of feedback on the show and we are listening. So please bear with us as there is lots to come from the team, I promise. And other than that, thank you so much to Lou, Sherry, Trisha, and of course, Adeola, Florence, Laura, Charlotte, and Polly. And we are back next Tuesday with a goals special. We have a great fashion, a great interview, health, questions and answers, and lots more. But in the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye-bye.